Welcome back to my live stream. In the previous live stream, I used AI to upgrade my Rust app from ICE 0.12.0 to 0.13.0. After almost an hour, I could get the build working, but I kept on hitting a runtime error. Let me show it to you. Here it is. The moment I try to run it, I see this huge stack trace, and I'm not really sure what's happening here. So after lunch, I started digging into this, and I sort of have a hypothesis. Let's see if that's correct or not. So here's where this crash happens. It's a debug assert which says something, and I didn't pay attention to that something, but let's look at the stack trace. This is called from here. No, this is called from here, right? That's called from here, that's called from here, and that is called from here. And this is the table. So we are creating the header from the table, then we'll create the body, and if there's a footer, we'll create the footer. So something's going wrong when we create the header for the table. So that's the first hint. The second hint is the actual check over here, which says either the direction will not be vertical, which means of course it's going to be horizontal, and if it's vertical, then you cannot fill the entire space available. Now this got me thinking into the code over here for the header, and this does something like center underscore y length double colon fill. Now the center underscore y function is doing, what's it doing? Center underscore y, it says sets the height of the container and centers its contents vertically. So it does both. Whereas the assert explicitly says that if you are creating a scrollable, then you should not set the height to fill up all the available space. So first of all, let's see what happens if I remove this, just as an experiment, Okay, so no crash, no nothing. So it seems setting the height was not a good idea anyways, but the centering behavior would be required sooner or later. So let's try to dig into something else. Centers the content vertically. Is there any other way to do that? Center. Okay, there's another method called align. So how about this? If I use align y and then I say vertical center, will that have the same effect? Align y vertical center. Does this help me? Oh, undeclared type, which is fine. The Rust compiler is so helpful, it always gives the exact the exact use statement you need. Yep. So it's still the same. Now something's gone wrong with the padding over here. It used to be less. I It's become way too much. Let's dig into it. So the padding was being specified somewhere here. Spacing 5, padding 10, and I see a change over here. And why is that change over there? Oh yeah. So okay, I put the padding only on one side, but it put the padding on all the sides. Probably that's the problem. Okay, again, in things related to layout, I prefer trying out removing it and see what happens. Okay, this is at least better than before. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So maybe I should remove this one as well. And then what happens? Yep, it's pretty much fine. Then why does this need a padding? Okay. File table, padding, spacing. Okay, so the row has a spacing inside around itself. This row has spacing. This one has padding 20. How about I make it 10? Does it become a little better? I think so. Alright. So I'm not going to press any of the buttons here, about only the about and the settings, because I don't want to display the contents of my hard drive over here, because that's what this tool does. So I'm going to close it here. I had put in a print line. Maybe I'll delete it. And I had the similar kind of code over here. I should change this to the same thing. Vertical center. And that should be good for the build and also good enough for running. Cool. So I think I'm all set to move to the new theme. That was my original goal. Yes. So move to iced 0.30.0. Bang. I'll keep this stream short. I'll do another stream when I change the theme and work on it. Until then, bye.